Yeah. We're taking it down south. From the magnolia trees to the stadium lights. Let's get it. We're gonna put a show, Mississippi Sports Show. Back and go pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we're ready for the play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day. Mississippi Sports Show. Mississippi Sports Show. Yeah, I'm talking Hedberg grit with a hick can fly high. Underneath that big, wide Mississippi sky. Got the truck back down, tailgating on the lawn. We've been talking stats and scores since the crack of dawn. From the coast to the delta, the passion is deep. We got promises to winning trophies to keep. Keeping it clean, keeping the culture alive. It's that MS energy helping us thrive. Welcome to the show, Mississippi Sports Show. Black and gold pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we're ready for the play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day. Mississippi Sports Show. Mississippi Sports Show. Yeah. Lock in, sit back, let the highlights roll. We get the Southern hospitality, heart and soul. Talking touchdowns, hoops, and the diamond dirt. Representing the state, yeah, we putting in work. If you love the hospitality and the what we play, you're in the right spot. Don't you look away, sipping on the mic, giving you the best view. From the 601, this is all for you. Welcome to the show, Mississippi Sports Show. Black and gold pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we ready for a play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day. Mississippi Sports Show.
What is going on, you sons of guns? Back at it Thursday night. I told you this go round. We're going to talk about some of the teams on the other side of the ball. We've been talking about the Southern Miss football team and other college football programs around the country. We have yet to jump on the schedules, the rosters, the things like that from the other side of the football. So we got Alcorn State, Auburn, Tulane, UConn, then Tulane, and then we jump into conference play. We're going to get on every single team tonight, or as much as we can, and break down other side of the football. So, again, we've talked on and on and on about I sound like Oliver Tree there. On and on and on and on and all right, listen. But for real, we've talked on and on and on about our side of the football, what Southern Miss is, what Southern Miss has, the new football coach, the 70-plus players. Oh, now we got players coming back. They're not in shape, the whole 9 yards. We've talked about that. It's time we jump on the other side of the football. Talk about them other teams. We're going to talk about the new stadium naming rights for the Golden Eagles. M.M. Roberts Stadium, no more. They've changed the name of it. We're going to talk about it. Obviously, we're going to talk about college football. Yeah, I don't even know why I put that in the topic in the name of the show. Every single show I put college football talk. If nothing else, we're going to talk some college football. So let's get after it tonight. I'm going to leave out of here. We're going to bring the guys in. I see you backstage, Eminem, and I think Pops is joining in here in a second as well. But as always, man, the call-in lines are open. You can call in anytime. Come talk to us and give us your 2 cents, even if you disagree with us. But let's get after it. Got a lot to break down and talk about tonight. Let's go one more time to this little commercial intro, and we're going to get after it.
To the doggone top, baby!
Whoa, I tell you, what's going on, Mr. Matt?
I don't know. My screen just went dead.
I see you. You see me?
No.
You don't see me?
I see the darn. Let's see something.
I see you just fine.
There it is.
How you been, brother?
Computers. Hey, I've been hot.
Been hot.
Still hot. It rained like 1 minute today. And
You know, there's an old song, hot, hot, hotter than hell. You ever heard
that's
this?
a Kiss
brother?
song.
I mean, yeah, brother, it's getting after it, brother.
That's an old one, I tell you.
Well, every time I hear that, man, that's what I think of. And yeah, it's been hot, man. I don't know what the index is over there. Where you at?
Have you seen Kiss?
Never seen
Live?
it. I've seen Micro Kiss, the
Oh,
midgets. I've
No,
seen the
we-
little people do it, and that was freaking awesome. It was hilarious. I've
saw
seen
it.
midget wrestling, and I've seen Micro Kiss.
Well, we saw him in New Orleans, and we weren't really Kiss fans or anything, but when we left, they truly are, the greatest rock and roll band. That's what they say to themselves. You wanted the best, you got the best, and here, it was quite a show in New Orleans. They did a really good job. Whole thing, Gene Simmons went all the way up on the platform, and they even had sense enough to put a camera up there with him. You could see him right. I mean, we were on the 750th row, but man, it was at the Smoothie King. Ain't a bad seat in that place, man. It was a great night, man. Worth the money, about $100, I think.
What happened?
It was about $100. I mean, it was a great show. I mean, I just wish I would have gone, when they were kind of in their prime. All these bands have gotten so old. It's changed. Everything's changed with the bands. There's a lot of backing tracks being used, and I don't know, man. It's not the same as it used to be. But
It's a lot of lip syncing now, huh, bro?
Well, the voice, usually they'll make them sing pretty much, but the background vocals, a lot of times they're not really there. I mean, but it is what it is. It's still entertainment.
Pops, welcome in, brother.
What's up, man?
How you doing this evening?
How you doing, Pop?
Pretty good. How y'all?
Like that That's good.
We doing all right, Pops. We talking about going on the other side of the football tonight and talking about depth charts from other teams and what other teams got. We've talked a whole lot about Southern Miss, but not necessarily about the opponents we talk about. And, you got me thinking on the show, not on the show, but off the show. We talked a little bit today, this morning off the record, and you were talking about UConn, we just kind of push them over right now. Everybody's kind of pushed them over, talking about, the Heat's going to get to them. They're brand new coach, they got 70-something players too. Let me tell you something. Pops looked that schedule up. Pops looked the depth chart up, and there's some big old boys over at UConn. We're going to get to them in a second. But right now, I had to skip Alcorn State, but I know everybody's mad at me. I'm having to skip Alcorn State because I don't have a depth chart from them, Pop. Matt, I don't know if y'all have one, but I couldn't find a depth chart for Alcorn State.
I haven't found one yet either.
Yeah, I ain't seen one yet. So the second game of the season, we got some hog mollies coming, or we're going to them. We got to go play Auburn. All right. Now, they just got the new coach from South Florida, and he's bringing in his fellas, Byron Brown, the quarterback transfer, senior redshirt. He's like the Braylon Braxton, right? He's going to come in, Give him 1 year and he's out of there. He's going to do it, I believe, the best job he possibly can with freaking Auburn. Now, obviously, you see this South Florida wide receiver coming as well that was previously at Tennessee, Nimrod. If y'all remember, we played South Florida, Eminem, and old Nimrod was running all over, catching passes all over Southern Miss, and now he's at Auburn. And now we got to face him again, the wide receiver, old Nimrod. Pops, what you know?
Well, they bounce around so much. Sometimes you can play the same guy every year,
At a different school.
At a different school, that's right.
So, obviously, that was one receiver that's coming over. Matt, here is another wide receiver that's coming from South Florida as well. 6'3", 220, Mr. Keyshawn Singleton. You see 877 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's brought the whole football team. Who does this remind y'all of, guys? Don't this look like old Charles Huff when he came to Southern Miss from Marshall and brought damn near every Marshall player and their mama? This guy left South Florida and brought damn near the whole South Florida team with him. Y'all, who wants to start us off?
Well, Cignetti did a lot that when he went to Indiana from James Madison. It's getting to be a thing, and that's just, you can't just blame Huff with it. This is a new thing where guys, they get recruited or go to play for a coach, and that coach moves, and they don't like the situation, or hey, that coach just says, hey, I can get you more money. And they bounce, dude. They gone.
Says South Florida was 9-4 last year.
They were good.
Yep. They won the Cure. They lost Old Dominion in the Cure Bowl. So.
And I'm just clicking on random players here, right? And everyone we've clicked on so far has been from South Florida. Trying to click on this other wide receiver here. And he's from South Florida. Christian Neptune, number 8 wide receiver. He's from South Florida. So literally, Matt, their whole wide receiver, the quarterback, I know the running backs come back from last year. He's a fourth-year Auburn player. Yeah. Jeremiah Cobb, he's been there.
The only one they got. That's the only returning starter I think they got.
He sure is, now that you look at it, ain't he?
Yeah.
And he's a good running back, but I just find that odd, man. The defense you see here, they're young. A lot of sophomore talent. The D-line looks kind of stacked. Womack, they got Deshaun Womack coming from LSU and Ole Miss. I did not know he had transferred to Auburn. There you go. That's why we're doing this tonight. Right, guys? We're checking out the other side of the ball, and obviously we just found a big one. I mean, it's live on the show. You can't get more new to this. Womack has transferred from Ole Miss to Auburn. He originally was at LSU. What's that?
What you need to do, what I've done, what got me into doing this, and it'll show you, man. It'll show you a lot about some teams. Is I started with this Connecticut thing, looking at your USM opponents, and I started just looking at the offensive lines, because that's where in the trenches is where it's won or lost, and looking at the height and weight, that's the reach these guys are going to have, and everything. And I was like, my goodness, I was like, you've heard all this speculation about Notre Dame being number 1 and everything. I think they're the biggest team in the country on both sides of the ball. They're massive. They are massive at Notre Dame. Yeah.
Notre Dame?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that after a while, but we got to stick to the Southern Miss opponents, Pop.
Yeah.
Next
It
up,
says
Go ahead.
they got Auburn. Auburn's picked to finish 12th in the SEC. So it's about like that state game
Well, I'll start-
last year.
say that again.
They finished. They're picked in Athlon to finish 12th in the SEC. It's about like that Mississippi State game was last year. But you remember,
So, guys,
State
John
was
Potter,
finished-
welcome to the show tonight.
Hey, John.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Oh, back at it, talking about the other side of the football. We had to skip Alcorn. I don't have a depth chart or nothing of Alcorn, so we went ahead and skipped them, and now we're on Auburn already, and we're talking just basically how every single South Florida player's done came over to help the Auburn Tigers out. So we're going to be playing. It reminds me so identically of Marshall coming over from to Southern Miss with Coach Huff. They're doing the same thing with Coach going to Auburn. So where you at on that, John Potter?
I think it's going to be a tough game, and Southern Miss is a bunch of new players. Auburn's just like Southern Miss last year, like you said. Got some guys that played together, and let's just call it like it is. They got better athletes. Be honest. Let's be honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest about that. They got better athletes. They got more money to spend on better athletes.
Well, the
You
trouble.
get what you pay for. You get what you pay for.
The trouble
And-
is,
Yeah. They, like I said, they brought basically the whole schmear
Yeah.
from South Florida. And
the
Byron
trouble-
Brown's the guy. Obviously, we're going to have to worry about Byron Brown when he was at South Florida. He's the head honcho, leading the team and everything. He can run the football. He's like Booby Miles, Pop. You put wherever you put him, Byron Brown's he's going to produce. Don, welcome to the show, brother. I got Don on the phone.
What's going on?
Oh man, jumping on the other side of the football tonight, man. We got
We're
new.
talking more Golden Eagle football.
That's right. A little less tonight, though. Like I said, we're on the other side. We talked about Auburn. I kind of want to get your quick take before we keep going because I'm already on UConn. But talk to me real quick. What do you think about the whole South Florida team moving over to Auburn?
Well, I mean, it's just the new. It's going to be like this every year all over the country. The schools with the most money, they can make the biggest deals, and must be nice for Auburn to be able to basically buy South Florida's head coach and staff and most of their
I've never
football team.
I've never looked at it that way. Pops, what do you think about that? They basically bought the whole South Florida team.
They bought the program.
They bought the program, brother. What do you think about that, Pops? That's something we ain't never talked about.
Well, that's what I was bringing up a while ago. I mean, it's something that's happening all over college football. Like I say, Cignetti did the same thing. When he went to Indiana, he took a whole bunch of players with him. They got the money and look, hey, it translated into a national championship at the time. You remember, think back, we were like, man, he's taking all these group of 5 players up, to the Big Ten. It's not going to work well. Well, seemed that worked pretty well for you.
Are you trying to tell me Auburn's going to the national championship?
I'm not saying that.
I'm just kidding.
I bet they don't. I bet you they finished better in 11th in the SEC, though.
But
No,
bet
I
you.
agree with that. That prediction,
They-
what you had on Eminem, the prediction you had Auburn at, they're going to finish way better
Well,
than 10th.
the thing about Auburn is they already know the system. It's the same system they
That's
ran
right.
last year. So
That's
they're
right.
going to have a pretty established system. Everybody's going to be on the same page. Practically the whole team won 9 games last year. So it's
Just
gonna be-
like Southern Miss last year when they bought in all those guys with Huff. It's the same thing for them, just on a different
Indiana.
level.
All right, but Pops, the one thing you didn't tell us that I wanted was what you thought about it.
Well, I mean, why not? I mean, if you're going to go a first-year coach to a new school, and you got these guys that's already in your system. You're bringing your offense coordinator, possibly sometimes even defense coordinator. But why spend your first year trying to teach a bunch of new guys a new system? I mean,
Especially your first year at SEC school where you have to. Who do you got to beat at Auburn, Pops? Who do you have to beat at Auburn? It's like Ohio State and Michigan. Who does Auburn have to beat to be successful? Auburn ain't got to win the national championship next year. You know what Auburn has to do?
They got to beat Alabama.
They got to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
That's what Auburn's goal is.
And Stippy's something else to consider. Gullish ain't work. He's not trying to get anywhere else. He's not at a group of. Gullish is not trying to get anywhere else. He's at a SEC school now. He's not at a group of 6 trying to get somewhere. So Auburn's not going to have to worry about him leaving.
Golich? That's that coach's name from South Florida?
Yeah. He's not going to have to go anywhere. He's at Auburn. So Auburn doesn't worry about him taking those players he's bringing with him and leaving.
Hold on now. Hold on, John Potter. Everybody said the same thing, Pop. Everybody said the same thing, Don, Eminem, about Lane Kiffin being at Ole Miss. Oh, he'll never leave. He's at SEC school that can pay him. Oh, come on
It took Lane Kiffin 4 or 5 years to leave. Gullish ain't gonna leave after 1 year. That's not gonna happen in the SEC. He's not leaving after 1 year. It took Kiffin 4 or 5 years to get out of Oxford.
That's true.
So that's a different story. This guy's not going anywhere.
You got a point. Now I got a point. Listen to me. We got to do stadium, brother. Southern Miss, Jay McClain, Joel Osteen Jr. He got us a brand new stadium, everybody. We got a brand new stadium in Hattiesburg. I heard they're building it right now, Don. Renaissance Bank Stadium. We got a new stadium, Don.
I know. I heard.
Talk to me. How do you feel that the Rock is getting demolished and they're building a brand new indoor stadium? What are you thinking, Don? Talk to me.
Well, I have a lot of confidence that we'll have no problem bringing in plenty of SWAC schools for our season opener and home openers. It'll be a nice venue, and I'm sure that the beer will be well priced.
Hell yeah.
$20
a beer. Sign me up, brother. Sign me up. $20 for a beer. That's a good deal, brother.
I hope that Joel Osteen Jr. has got the big enough stones to keep Mississippi State on our schedule to come to Hattiesburg as scheduled for the year 2030.
No, but in all jokes aside, guys, Southern Miss just got a new stadium deal. We've been talking about it almost every show about how we wish our stadium could become a sponsored, the name and all that stuff. We've talked about how Hancock Whitney Bank is South Alabama there in Mobile. They have Hancock Whitney Stadium, which is a direct sponsor from Hancock Whitney Bank, which is a Mississippi bank company. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. Now, a bank that I've never heard of has decided to give Southern Miss $13 million. That's right. We're a $13 million bull rider, but we got to ride that bull.
$13.8 million. $13.8 million. $800,000 is a lot of money.
We're a $13.8 million bull rider. The only issue,
$1 million
Pop,
a year.
hold on, Pop.
I would make it. That's more
we
than
got to ride this bull. We got to ride this bull for 10 years, brother. So you want that 13.8? You gonna be riding that Reliant or not Reliant? What's the name? Renaissance. Bank. I don't know the name of this crap. Renaissance Bank. You're riding that Renaissance bull for 10 years to get that 13 million, brother.
Listen,
don't spend it all in one place now, Pop.
You acting like you're making fun of it, and I don't know how that money's spread out, but we've been talking about for 2 or 3 or maybe longer years about paying the coaches more to get a better coach. And you get an opportunity to get a little over $1 million more a year, and you're acting like it's, a shot in the leg. Listen, that's $13.8 million more that you got to put in your programs you didn't have before. And, you know, everybody's crap. Oh, well, we just getting this. You didn't have a darn thing.
That's right. And not only that, you got baseball and you got basketball that are going to get naming rights, and you're going to get money off of that. And because of profit sharing, you can put a majority of that money wherever you want to. If you want to put it in coach's salary or you want to put it in player personnel funds, you can do that because of profit sharing.
Or what if you want to pay an SEC school to come to Hattiesburg?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I would rather have that money put towards better players.
Yeah, for
Hey,
real.
Pops, how much money did Carson Beck make last year for Miami?
$4 million, I think.
Interesting. That's one player.
Well, I hate y'all. Just give me a second. Entertain me just a second.
I'm just saying, Pops, that's
I
one player.
watched a Netflix program just last night about the untold story of Johnny Manziel, and you ought to watch that. If you hadn't watched that on Netflix, you know Texas A&M. You know this is before that profit sharing or the NIL deal. The Texas A&M practically built a new stadium from the money Manziel brought to Texas A&M off of everything it's selling his name like an image. Over 2 years, he was at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And everybody, me included, y'all remember when they found out he was getting some money from signing autographs and everything. Everybody blew up and talked bad about him and everything. You know, for a kid making, maybe $100,000 off this thing over several appearances, we talking crap about him when the university is making close to $1 billion over a couple of years off. So, watch that program. Yeah, I mean, he did what he did, but I was looking at some other factors in there, what the university did with that money. And so, take what you can get. Take what you can get, and give it back to the players.
And you know something, Pops?
Go ahead, John. What you got?
You know something, Pops? And with all that money that they used from him to build that stadium, they got 108,000 tickets they sell every week, and half of that goes to players. Now, that goes to their profit sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that just keeps on giving.
So guys, we heard from John Potter about it. We heard from Pops. Eminem, where you at with this, man? We got a new stadium in Hattiesburg, baby.
Hey, it's going to be nice. I don't think it's going to be covered like you're talking about, but I think it'd been 50 years that it'd been Roberts Stadium. And, they've been talking about income streams forever. They're trying to keep up. And
and I'm excited for it. I promise you.
I mean, man,
I am excited for this.
I've
been talking about it. The problem with me is I thought we'd get more money. I just figured we'd get some more money. Now listen, we can be happy we got 1 penny more than we had, right? I agree with that. I'm not going to be upset.
You've had one winning season in the past 6. You got 13, almost $14 million.
John Potter. I'm not done.
Pretty good.
Let me tell you something. I just thought we'd get more money. And not only that, I thought we'd get a name with somebody I'd heard of. I ain't never heard of Reliant or Renaissance or I mean, come on, man. Give me Eagle Yard. Give me.
They gave you $13.8 million. Does it matter if the name was?
I thought we'd get more money. That's all, Pop. That's all. I mean, you just told me Carson Beck made $4 million in 1 year. We got to go 10 years to make 13. Now, I am grateful we're making some. I ain't going to sit there and say that.
Reality.
But at the same time, I figured we'd make a little bit more.
Carson Beck's going to Miami. I mean, they got money at the yin yang.
Yeah, you get more exposure in Miami.
Yeah, and plus, it's like John Potter said too. You ain't had but one winning season in how long?
Pops, I give you an idea. No, before we go to Don, I'm gonna give you all an idea. We got 13 million coming, correct?
Yeah.
Players are staying 8 years now in college football.
Not
I
anymore.
say you go out. You said Carson Beck was $4 million. You go out with $5 million and go find the next one, and you bring him to Southern Miss, and we're a playoff team. Boom. It's a hypothetical, and it could happen. Anyways, Don, talk to me, brother. Where you at with all this new stadium stuff?
We need any kind of excitement. This is a good building block to renew interest in the football program and have optimism and have vision and great visibility in the Pine Belt. It means a lot. It means a lot to a lot of people.
That's right.
I hope they can. I think the university should get a P.F. Chang's restaurant on campus, mister.
What the heck?
Well,
They got enough money now.
we get a P.F. Chang, mister.
Yeah, if they got awards on campus, bro, they better watch out. No, I don't know. Like I said, I'm grateful we're getting paid. We've been asking for this for a long time. It's simple money. You don't have to do nothing but put some banners up about Renaissance Bank or whatever, and you get some doggone some money.
Hey, can I tell you what little birdie told me?
Buster's put in by the stadium.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, can I tell you what little?
In Mississippi.
Well, they got awards and crystals, brother. It ain't a Dave and Buster's. It's awards and a crystals, bro.
Can I tell you a little birdie told me that perhaps there might be a uniform patch for advertisement too, and that's going to bring in even more money for the football team.
They need a uniform.
We got to do awards, even if it's a low ball bid. We just got to do it, right?
You're griping about getting $14 million, but you want to lowball it to put awards on there?
Yeah, brother. Well, I thought y'all just said 13 was a lot.
You're talking it's low. I'm not talking it's low. I think $13.8 million is pretty good considering you've been to 2 bowl games in the past 8-9 years.
That's what I think too.
I'd have to say whoever
Roberts
made
Stadium,
that deal
made
made a
Roberts
great
Stadium,
deal. That's whoever
Roberts
sold
Stadium
that
ain't
can
worth it.
sell. That's a good deal all the way around.
Now, let me ask y'all this. I think Pete Taylor Park should have Margaritaville as a sponsor. And I think that goes hand in hand with baseball, just me. But I also, Reed Green Coliseum, it's always been nicknamed the Yurt, something like that. Find a building supply place that wants to throw some money in there. Find something like that. There are people out there wanting to spend money to especially when you're redoing Reed Green Coliseum.
Yeah,
they're going to have opportunity there too.
Where'd that money come from?
Brett
Which
Favre.
money?
Reed Green money. Where'd that come from?
Well, they had that. That came from land taxes and bonds and different things. Yeah, they've been working on that money for 12, 13 years.
That came from welfare, bro.
Man, that has been. I remember that. That's been going. Gosh, that tax was about $5 million. Is that what it was?
They raised something. They got some more from some bonds, and it takes a while to raise money. It does, but they're finally moving.
You can't you can't underestimate all the efforts that have gone into coming up with all these millions of dollars for Southern. I mean, this is not Miami, and we're not. Somebody is doing a good job digging up a bunch of money. That.
Heck yeah!
You got to say, I mean, you got to give somebody a slap on the back for that.
That's true.
By the way, if you name it Ward's Field, let's be honest. When Southern Miss loses, the whole thing is going to be they dropped a big one on the field. I mean, come on, you're going to hear it. So let's not even have it. Don't even bring it up.
I would love that, Jeremiah Cole. I would love Ward's Field, and he said. Dollar General Stadium. It's black and gold, Pops. Think about it.
They
It
already
is
have a
black
Dollar
and
General Stadium or Dollar General Bowl or something like that.
No,
Yeah,
I've
so
always said, and not only because I love Buffalo Wild Wings, but Buffalo Wild Wings is black and gold, brother. It makes too much sense. There's been times this is no lie. I've been out and about here in Covington, Mandeville area, even New Orleans, wearing Southern Miss gear. Southern Miss, the new logo, and people will say, "Is that a Buffalo Wild Wings shirt?" And I'm like, "Bruh."
Well,
That's how far we've dropped, people.
We
To where I
know.
wear Southern Miss crap, and it's
I
not even called Iowa no more. They don't
I
even
have
call it
been.
Iowa.
I
They
have
call it
been.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
I have been in Buffalo Wild Wings a bunch of times, and I've never seen that buffalo in there. I want to watch the game with him like it does on TV. I think it's false advertising.
Well,
We
you
could make
got to
a
go down the
lawsuit.
road and see this guy about some candy that comes in a little sketchy bag. You take that candy, and then you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and brother, you're going to see a lot more than the buffalo to eat wings with. You hear me? Anyways, I don't know that guy. They call him Cousin Earl Boudreaux down there on 4th Street. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Jeremiah
should they name the soccer complex too? Should we come up with a name for the soccer and softball complex?
You might
Well,
as
I
Like
well.
what would you call the who would be a good sponsor for the softball field? Like, I don't know, Rue 18 softball complex. I don't know, some chick clothing store.
but does it
I mean,
matter
I don't know, Vanity Fair.
if they give a few $1 million?
Victoria's Secret, brother. No, OnlyFans. We want OnlyFans to sponsor softball, brother.
Okay, no, maybe not that. Now, come on. What were you saying, Pops?
I said, does it really matter who sponsors? I mean, this is free money to the university to help.
No, it doesn't matter. It could be Boom Boom's. It could be Boom Boom's Porta Potty Soccer Complex. I don't care if they're giving $1 million for it.
Sibby Sports Show softball field.
Well, put
I
up.
don't care who's doing it.
Well,
That's what we need. Don, talk to me, man. We've been looking around the country, though. We talked about South Florida. Listen to me. We talked about Auburn. That is now nothing but South Florida. Now we're on Connecticut, and Pops was looking up some of these guys that's on the offensive line, particularly.
Monostat 7 softball complex.
Anyways, we've been talking about the offensive lineman Pops was mentioning, and this guy's 6'7", 310 pounds. That's the transfer from Virginia Tech that's at UConn. UConn's a totally rebuilt team, and a lot of people have just kind of written these guys off and said, oh, they're kind of like Southern Miss. Oh, they're a brand new team. We don't know what they got, this, that, and the other. These guys are extremely big up front. Our D-line's going to have a field day or a bad day, right, trying to get after these guys. My thing's wigging out. But even the guards, 6'3", 305, these guys are big, man. They're all up front. Don, talk to me about this. What you thinking about UConn? We've talked about all the factors and all that, the heat, the early on, they're a brand new team. What are you thinking about now that you're hearing some of this about this? I mean, just almost every guy over 300 pounds for UConn up front.
Yeah, they got some beef. They're slow and lethargic.
Pops, you want to talk about UConn? You the one who brought this to my attention.
I mean, nobody knows if they're slow and lethargic. I just brought up the fact that the size they have. I think may be a factor, and both teams. If you look at it on paper, size wise, offensive line against defensive line. I mean, you can get pushed around if these guys aren't slow. If they just say they're average linemen, that's a contention. If they big bodies playing as a team, that's a contention. They could just like y'all say, pound that donut. You know, if they get 3.5 yards of carry, that three downs the first down. You know, that's a 2 to top for them. So that's all I'm saying is, I've heard it. I've heard it. Oh, well, it's UConn and it's this and this. Well, let's look at some things on paper now. Let's look at where
and
transfer from.
Pops, as
Hey.
soon as you were telling me that today, obviously on the last show we did Tuesday night, we talked about how we were going to look on the other side of the ball already. But when you brought up UConn, it really kind of – hold on, the thing started going overboard on me. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was pretty great. Anyways, my daddy taught me that. Anyway, no, he didn't. Anyway, this guy, real quick, UConn quarterback, he's a transfer from Tennessee, Pop. I know he wasn't no Trendon Hooker, whatever his name was. He wasn't no Manning, nothing like that. Obviously, you see, he only had 173 yards and 2 touchdowns at Tennessee, so he didn't play a whole lot. But he's made the transfer over there. The backup quarterback or the starter, we don't know who's really going to start yet, is Caleb Osborne. And let's see about Caleb Osborne. He's a transfer from Toledo, 6'4", 218. So there you go. You got 2 quarterbacks transferring in. Again, Don, I'm running right back to you. You're hearing this about the quarterback situation. What are you thinking, Don? Tennessee transfer, Toledo transfer. Still a cakewalk, Don?
No. Nope.
You think they're coming?
Well, they're going to show up. I have faith in our Golden Eagles.
Come on. Eminem, where you at on all this?
Well, this coach went 8-5 at Toledo last year, and if that's his quarterback, he already knows him. You got to have a little bit of familiarity with somebody who was on your team last year. So they said he's won a lot of games. He's 81-44 in his career. His name is Candle. First year at UConn. So no, I don't think I don't know how it's going to turn out, but Toledo was pretty good. I think they won a lot of games down there in the MAC. That's what they came out of the MAC. They said we're going to be in the same recruiting area, so he's got a little more money he can spend getting the players he wanted at Toledo, and they might come closer to getting them at UConn. So, it's not going to be an easy game. None of the games are going to be easy. They're all
well. I
pretty
want
much
you to look at this, Matt. Every single potential starter for UConn, is a brand new player.
Oh, yeah.
This is becoming more and more common.
Well, you know what that probably means they don't know. They're probably the same. If you pulled up Southern Miss, they'd have it 2 deep, but they say they don't know. It could be any combination of these players. So it's going to be very similar to what Southern Miss has, because some of the people are saying a lot of Southern Miss players may not have had the most experience, but people are going out there and watching. I saw some guy from Hattiesburg American on a YouTube channel. They're underrated. Some of these players are looking pretty good. They're looking. Most people think they're looking better than they thought they were going to look. So you got same thing with UConn. Bunch of unproven players. I don't know. Some of them came from big schools, but it ain't going to be easy. It'll be an even swap. If somebody fumbles, they're going to be coming here though for their first away game as a team. So it can't be. It'll be kind of like us going to Auburn. It'll be our first out of town trip. It's going to be tough on them, but we got a chance. Hopefully they can win. Sure would look better going into Tulane to be at least 2-1, I guess.
Yeah, 2-1.
That would be big.
Well, when you look at
UConn has an athletic budget of $93.1 million. Their player personnel budget is 3 times what Southern Miss is.
That's right.
But
That's
they have
what,
a basketball team that's got high players, right? I mean, they paying a lot of
Yeah.
some of that money is going to basketball and
Well,
to
yeah, but
women's
that's only
basketball
15 players. That's only 15, 20, 30 players. I'm telling y'all,
and a coach.
that's
They're paying their coaches a lot of money too.
but I'm not counting player personnel money. We're not talking coaches and coaches' salaries. We're just talking players.
They got
That's,
91 to pay players.
no, they got a $91 million budget. Southern Miss has a $35 million budget.
Exactly.
If you look at profit sharing, and what Southern Miss pays, 1.5 million, what do you think they're paying with 93 million? They're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 or $4 million.
Dang.
But a lot of that is going to those two basketball teams that are ranked number one.
I'm just talking football. I'm just talking football, $3 and $4 million. I'm not talking the other sports.
Choo.
$3 million for what?
They all of their
I
teams.
got money.
UConn's got a lot of money. They're the only state school in that state. That's a rich state.
That's a rich state. Yeah.
We got more money in Mississippi than them, bro.
come on, man.
Okay.
What about our oysters and shrimp, man?
John. Hey,
Yeah.
it don't matter. I mean, it don't matter how much money you got in your wallet back in your locker. If you can't show up on the gridiron,
Come on now.
you just a man with money that lost the game.
That's right.
I mean, just because
Yeah,
you
but
don't
here's the
money,
problem. Here's the problem.
If I'm a
They
player
not gonna pay.
on a team,
You
I
can't.
don't care how much money you got back out on the bus. I'm playing on the field. I mean,
Well, that's great, but they not recruiting you and giving you that money unless you're good.
That's right.
They're not
Or
just
unless
giving
you talk
people
a good
money
game.
for the heck of it. No, they got recruiting. They're out there watching it. They get these guys. Everybody's got film on them now. They're recruiting SEC guys and ACC guys and Big 12 guys. And, God bless us. Southern Miss is like the rest of the Sun Belt schools. They're recruiting
what you're
FCS and JUCO.
So what you're saying, once again, what we ought to do is just go ahead and figure out how much the team is worth before not even play the game. Let's just say, well, this team is a $4 million team and this team is a $1 million team. So let's just go ahead and give it to the $4 million team, and we'll do it on the computer.
Southern Miss is a $1.5 million team, and they're playing Alabama, who's $30 million. Do you think Southern Miss is going to beat Alabama?
I'm saying they got to play the game. You can't just give up altogether because the man's got more money than you.
We're not saying that. We're not saying give up all. But we're talking about.
But what I'm saying is every time we talk about football, somebody has to talk about, well, he's getting more money, so he's better than me. See, that is the most load of crap I've ever heard in my life. You can't
It's not
money.
a
We get into this every time. If you just want to talk about money, go work at the bank, brother.
Well, let's go back. Let's look at what happened last year. Okay, North Texas quarterback last year was an unknown player, really not even recruited. He didn't even really start playing football or getting on the field till he was a senior in high school. He was a nussmaker or something like that.
Yeah.
So he shows up, got some good film, and ends up, over at Oklahoma State. I mean, what if Southern Miss had landed that kind? So for some reason, lands that kind of guy, or has the money to land that kind of guy, what does that do to your program? I mean, you got money sitting over here in your war chest over here, and that's what's happening. We're not saying because, we just give up because they're giving, they got more money. I mean, this guy at North Texas, he's flying under the radar pretty much nationwide. Nobody's knowing anything about North Texas. But you start looking at this guy on paper, I mean, come on. I mean, look at his yardage, look at completed, look at his touchdown, interception. I mean, his quarterback rating's off the chart. I mean, you got to give it to him. Yeah. I mean, somebody with a war chest going to pick this guy up. I mean, you got who you got because of what you got in the bank, and that's just the reality today. I mean,
guys.
I know the game's got to be played on the field. That's great. I get it. The game's got to be played on the field.
Comment section and give the comments, the guys in the comment section, the stage real quick. And I want to go around with this. It's a good time for this question to come in. Don, start us off. Will we ever get another DeAndre Brown?
I think we will, and we will with the right touch, the right circumstances.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we will.
I love that. I love the way you're looking at this, Don. Pops, DeAndre Brown, remember one of the lankiest guys we used to laugh at, but in the New Orleans Bowl, I mean, that's where he broke that leg. If y'all remember, he's the coldest wide receiver that ever played at Southern Miss. Love that dude.
Okay, I know about, him, but just think about, remember MK Turk, he goes over there and pulls out this kid that nobody knows anything about, and his name is Clarence Weatherspoon.
Spoon.
So, USM has that capacity that the larger schools are going to go off of guys that's got film on them. And, USM has the opportunity still to go find this high school, junior college player out here that's really being overlooked.
Pops, you reckon that German center's going to be good?
Who's that?
Max. What's his name? The guy at USM. He's 7 foot tall, come out of Germany.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much film everybody saw on it. He's from community college ball.
Maximilian.
Well, yeah, I'll say this about European basketball. Those kids are getting exposed to playing professional players at a very young age in the way their leagues are set up. I mean, a kid that's 13 years old, that's 6'7", how some of them are today, 6'9", 13, 14 years old. I mean, they throw them in there in the mix with 25, 30-year-olds in some of these camps, some of these lower leagues. And, hey, they getting exposed. And I've said it before. The main reason I stayed playing at Northeast Jones in high school in public sports instead of the academy was because of the competition. I had to play people, that were Derek McKee at Meridian, Roger Boyd. I don't know if a lot of people remember Roger Boyd, from South Jones. He played at Southern. You had
Randolph Keys at Collins.
Remember, Randolph Keys at Collins. You had the guy from down there at Richton Rambo, I forget his name, and you had Eddie Pope.
Yeah,
I remember Eddie. I knew Eddie.
That's the guys I was playing against.
Hey, Pops.
So
that's the guy that I got to meet, and I told him my name and told him you were my dad, and Gerardo Hinton, and he was like
Gerardo.
Gerardo Hinton. He said, I told him I was with Don at that time, Don and Mark, and I told him
James Madison game.
Yeah, the Mardi Gras game, right, Don? Yeah, that was our Mardi Gras game. Every year we got to get back to doing the Mardi Gras game. That was so much fun. We pick it anyway. But Gerardo Hinton, I was like, yeah, man, you play with my pops, man. I told him, I was like, Jeff Bird, man. And he said, oh, that mean motherfucker. I started dying laughing, Don. He said it just like that. He went, oh, that mean motherfucker. He said, I love playing against him. I always got his best. That's what he said about my dad. He said, I always got his best. He said,
Let me ask y'all a question right quick, if you don't mind me asking. We're talking about Clarence Weatherspoon. We can go back to Darius Thomas, even back with Bauer, Boley, all those defensive linemen that were incredible. Let me ask you this though. Corey, let me ask you this. In today's age, would they still be here after 1 year? No. Would they still be here after 1 year in today's system?
Chris Jones was.
Stuck on this. You're gonna have to
Chris
accept
Jones
the
left.
situation.
Well, it's the reality of the situation.
Right, Matt.
Quit harping on it. I'm tired of it.
Chris Jones left.
Yeah,
It's the reality of the situation.
We already
Just be
know.
honest,
we talk
Pops.
about it every freaking
Pops,
show.
Chris Jones
Although
left,
all we
you know.
hear about is
Yeah,
the
but-
same crap every time.
But the
Gotta get
opportunity
over it.
out there, the opportunities out there to find those players. You know,
That's right. You got to do it every year. You got to do it every year, though.
I talked to the coach of the basketball team. I said, man, is your job 365, 24/7? He said, it used to not be, but it is now. All I do is look for it. I'm working every day.
gotta look
You got
at
to
it.
find a player.
That's developing players. You know, unless you're a large school that has a lot of money to maintain players. I mean, and I ain't
You
tooting
got
my
to
horn.
develop.
I ain't tooting my horn, but I am. But go look at Miami at our turnover ratio.
They'll just go
I mean,
get them.
if we lose them, most of the time when we lose them, that's to the NFL. It's not to other schools.
Yeah.
You know, and
Hey,
that.
But also-
welcome to the show, brother.
But also, let's be honest, football and basketball are two totally different animals.
Yeah.
Patty
That's
Mac,
a
welcome to the show, brother.
It's a pleasure, gentlemen, as always. I was at the gym listening to the show, and I'm now back at my apartment. And keep up the good work. I wanted to mention who mentioned MK Turk and Clarence Weatherspoon. I think it was
That was me. I mentioned that.
Oh man, that was a blast from the past. He was. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you kind of pops. He was kind of him coming out. No one had heard of him.
Nobody knew anything about him at all whatsoever.
And Southern Miss, you know, I think he was recruited in 89 or 88, right? And Southern Miss brought him in, and
No, he was younger than that. I think it was.
Well, he was back in the 70s.
No, not Clarence Weatherspoon.
no.
He was Clarence Weatherspoon came in. I think it was 80, 87.
No, Don's talking about Coach Turk when he played.
Coach Turk started
He
in
became our head coach.
Coach Turk became our head coach in the late 70s. Late
Yeah.
70s.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
coach. He was with us for 20 years. MK Turk was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He played what was then called Livingston College in Livingston, Alabama, which is now West Alabama.
West Alabama, yeah.
Was the assistant coach at Memphis before he came here.
That's right, under Gene. Was it Gene Bartow, right? Who was,
Yeah.
that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Blast from the past, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
what do you-
Pat.
yeah. Go ahead.
Patrick, what do you think about all this? We got a name for the stadium now. We're getting $13.8 million in 10 years out of Renaissance Bank Stadium now.
I think anything we can do to open different revenue streams, we should take advantage.
Yeah.
As it was
And
kind of,
you're cool with the jersey patch.
I'm
Money. We need the money man to come out. The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, brother.
about to mention that. You kind of stole my thunder there, Skip. I was gonna say anything we can do to sort of gimmick up Southern Miss football to draw attention to the program, to the university, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Make them players look like NASCARs.
Hell yeah.
Fair.
Differentiate ourselves from the rest of the pack. That's what we need is attention. We need eyeballs placed on Southern Miss in a positive way, in a positive manner, obviously.
Yeah, and I wanted to segue immediately into it. Look, every show I've been doing lately, I've done at least a 5-10 minute gig on just something about wrestling, some history. Since we're here, brother, I seen my name was tagged in one of Pops's posts on Facebook, but it was tagged by Patrick. And I said, man, what's going on this trail? I said, usually my dad tags me in his post. I said, this time it was Patrick tag. I said, what's going on? So I clicked on it. Pops, you shared a post about the Cowboy, brother. Talk to us a little bit about
Bob Martin.
When I was a kid, he was my favorite wrestler. I used to go watch him. We had in Laurel before they tore it down. The old
Hold on. Who? But
At the old Laurel Convention Center, my mama, I know some people that knew my mama, and they would go watch it back in the day.
They go down
But
there and
Vince
they
McMahon,
talk,
real quick, Vince McMahon would say too many pronouns, pal. Who are you talking about?
we talk
So,
about Cowboy
so too
Bob
many
Kelly.
pronouns. You keep saying him. Pops, who's your favorite wrestler?
The Cowboy Bob Kelly.
Oh,
Cowboy Bob Kelly.
And
And Cowboy Bob Orton was his partner at times.
That's right. And then at that same time, that's right. And then they left. Lord, what was the name of it then? Gulf Coast or something, wrestling or something.
Mid South, was it Mid South?
Yeah, they went into Mid South after that.
Yeah, it was acquired by.
Mid South, I believe, come out of Monroe, wasn't it?
No, Mid South was done by it was out of Oklahoma actually. Bill Watts. Bill Watts had Deep South.
I see you, Bill Watts.
If my memory serves, I believe I watched Cowboy Bob Kelly when I was about 8 years old.
Yeah, that's about right.
That man was around for a long time.
Yeah, and
Cowboy hat and cowboy boots. And was it blue jeans?
No, he had black pants. But he always Cowboy Bob Orton. Bob Orton had a cast on his hand. He always had this cast on his hand. Orton did, but him and Cowboy Bob Kelly were always in a tag together, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, pops. Why?
Why
Why is this your favorite wrestler?
Well,
Why?
back then you did on Saturday.
Oh, Bob, you had Junkyard Dog, Dusty Rhodes.
No, Junkyard Dog wasn't around back then. No. Junkyard hadn't come around back then.
Before all them, that's way before.
You had Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express. And
No, this is before that.
Man, this is when there wasn't but two channels on the television.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is
Ric Flair.
It was a long time ago.
They would come on Mid South when he went to Mid South. Mid South would come on or about 1 o'clock on Saturday morning or Saturday evening, and man, we did not miss it. Now they would come to the Laurel Convention Center or Laurel Civic Center, and then they tore that down, and then they would come to Laurel National Guard Armory there at South Laurel. And but yeah, man, my grandmother,
concession stand brawl. No, just
my grandmother. I forget who it was. It was one. I can't remember if it was Kamala or Andres or who it was. That
probably Kamala, because he was from Mississippi.
Cowboy Bob Kelly
he wasn't. He was from Uganda.
Listen. He had gotten a fight with and whooped Bob Kelly, and my grandmother and me, boy, Cowboy Bob Kelly was our hero. And whoever it was, I came in. It was one of them giants. When they come by my grandma, she had a purse, and I mean, she whopped the hell out of them in the head.
Hey, Bob, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, them old ladies got. Pop, let me ask you a question. Where were you raised at around Northeast Jones?
Well, actually, out from Laurel, Mississippi, out toward Waynesboro, a place called Myrick.
I know. Well, my mother and my grandmother is from Glade.
Yeah, well, my grandmother lived at Glade, right there on Glade Dummy Line Road, right there by the school.
John Potter's my cousin, brother.
Wait a minute. No. My grandmother's house was on Glade Dummy Line Road.
Oh my!
My grandmother's house was on Glade Dummy Line Road.
Are you my brother?
Did she get knocked? Did her house get took out by that tornado there that come through in 86?
No. It was an old white house that stood. It burnt a little while ago, though. It burnt down, but it was an old white house with a garage, a small garage to the left of it. If you looked at it, it was right there, kind of almost towards you get to where the end of Dummy Line Road off 15. That's where my grandmother.
Is this where we talk about the 2-lane game?
No, I just think it's interesting that we didn't.
That is cool, man. No, Pops, I always look back and we talk about these guys, and I saw your post about Cowboy Bob Kelly, and it immediately reminded me of my favorite wrestlers and stuff like that. Obviously, as a kid, you couldn't tell me nothing, brother. I love the Road Dogg, D-O-double-G, brother.
Well, see,
I
back
love Brad
Yeah.
Armstrong.
then when we went to see wrestling, nowadays you're in these nice air conditioned buildings and everything. But a lot of them places they would show up, and man, they wasn't no air conditioned back in them days.
Not in the Laurel Civic Center. There wasn't. It's over there. It actually the Civic Center, if I'm not mistaken, and my mother told me this. It's over there downtown. It's downtown Laurel, kind of where the farmers market. Maybe it's down there where they've redone the town and everything.
Yeah.
But like I said, I grew up in the Attitude Era, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, Mankind, Kane, Shawn Michaels. I look, people call him Shawn Michaels. He was always HBK to me. The Heartbreak
He was a
Kid.
member of the Rockers to me. I grew up in the 80s.
Oh,
man.
we're going a little further back. The Rockers, man.
I'm
Who
going
was
to
his
80s. I
dad?
grew up in the
Marty,
80s.
Remember?
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Janetti. Let me
I
ask you
don't get me
something,
wrong.
man.
I like the Cowboy Bob Kelly, and a lot of these guys were like the foundation of wrestling. They were like some of the big names in wrestling. Really, to me, got big across the South.
Yes, they did. Harley Race came to Laurel a lot. Harley Race was the guy that came to Laurel.
Yes, so
Old school wrestler.
Oh my God, is that who I think it is?
Oh man, Irish O Chang, my man. How you doing, Mr. Chang?
I'm good. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Zippy.
No, it's even better to see you, Mr. Chang. Listen to me. What do you think? Look at him. Holy cow. I see him.
He
that's
turned
how
it
you
off.
good there, bro. You have a fish
Staying
hair.
incognito.
Talk to me, brother. How you been, man? Long time no see.
Long time no see, yeah. Well, happy to be back to the state, be back home. I went out of the country for a month. I was in Taiwan, taking care of some inheritance stuff for my mom. I'm listed as one of the beneficiaries, so I have some paperwork to fill out to inherit the bank. Some of the bank account need to be transferred to.
Looking for a woman too.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on. Yeah, well,
They got hey.
Yeah,
since we're there, bro. Since y'all want to bring it up, man. How's the women in Taiwan?
There were some pretty good looking.
Fantastic.
Not as nice as the women in Ireland, if I may say so.
Oh no.
Oh, the redheads of Ireland, my friend. You better watch out.
But if you like Asian chicks, I mean, you can find a pretty cute looking Asian chicks in Taiwan too.
Hold on, brother. This hat I'm wearing was made in Taiwan. You better watch out.
Keep Don away from Taiwan.
No, brother. Hey, no, good to hear from you, man. We was going around the room talking about wrestlers, man. What you know about wrestling, Mr. Paul Chang?
Wrestling, need some enlightenment, brother.
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
What do you say, Patrick?
I said Kai. Remember Kai and Ty?
Hey, Shinsuke Nakamura, brother. No, I mean,
What about Jimmy Wayne Yang?
Now hold on, you just made Jimmy Wayne Yang up. I feel like that's
that's a real wrestler. That's a real wrestler, Jimmy Wayne
There
Yang.
ain't nobody that calls herself Jimmy Wayne Wayne.
More importantly,
Jimmy Wayne Yang.
Jimmy Wayne Yang.
More important than that, Jim, what if you from Gretna?
Jimmy from Gretna. Oh man, he's the superstar that needs no introduction.
The Great Muda.
Yeah.
The Great Muda.
Hey, Jimmy from Gretna. Where is Jimmy?
He's probably on WWL as we speak, man. Jimmy from Gretna is probably calling in right now on WWL radio.
All right, guys, I got to run. Y'all have a good night, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good one, man. Have a good one.
Good man.
Are you leaving?
Whatever happened to the Omni?
Oh,
The
Omni.
It was at the Omni. It was always going to be at the Omni. It was in Atlanta, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta. That's where the Hawks played.
Oh,
They
the
had the
Omni where the
wrestling match
big
at the
cat
Omni.
hurt and lad be.
it used to be. I think it's been acquired. Isn't it like Jason building to?
Jimmy from Gretna will be calling in shortly. He did text me to ask me to join. Well, I'm sure he'll be joining in with all of us momentarily.
Did he charge you pleasure of Paul? He's always
What now?
way to make money. We know.
I didn't hear you, Patrick.
No, I was.
Patty Mac.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. What you got?
I was
Packy
asking
Live.
if Jim Gretna money.
Darn.
He'll charge money for anything.
Yeah, no, he didn't charge me this time. No, guys, and I didn't charge him either. Watch out. No, old Irish O'Chang, man. Good. I can't believe I got him on the show, brother. Hey, what you thinking about football this season? Well, you know who Patrick Mahomes is. I know you've been watching them Chiefs, Paul. They say Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl again. Paul, what you think?
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You doggone right, it's good. It's great. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you this: sports in general. Sports in general. Does the uniforms matter?
Uniforms. Does it matter?
Do the uniforms matter? Like what they wear? Does that matter? Like to the player?
Uniform. Oh, uniform.
Like we say it like this: look good, play good. Look good, feel good, play good. Like if you look good, play good. Do you think that uniforms matter in sports?
I do. I do think so. Yes, because you're supposed to be wearing your teams to represent your team, right? To show your support. And
heck yeah.
Of course, as fans, we're supporting that team, and you need to show your support. Of course, I think
you're doggone right. It's like a respect to the school.
Absolutely.
Pops, where you at on this? Do the uniforms matter? I love the way he turned that into, because most of the time people say, oh, the style of the colors and all that. Mr. Chang just said point blank the way I feel about it, and you're wearing that team, the school's name on your chest.
Well,
you're wearing Southern Miss across your chest.
Oklahoma. Well, we have to go back a few years before y'all even knew about what I'm finna talk about. But the uniform thing is nothing more but a recruiting tool. It don't win a ball game or lose one for you. Penn State, Alabama, Notre Dame, USC, you can go across the board.
Texas, they never changed their uniforms.
They never changed their uniforms, yet they still put out, quality programs. But I think it was in basketball back in the 80s, DePaul put out they started wearing a real nice uniform, and the shorts was a little longer. They had the stripes down the side and all that. Man, everybody just fell in love with it, and then it just got that's when the competition, just how long a shorts you could be, and they was almost wearing pants before it was over.
I remember, hey Pops, I know that school. They're in the Big East now, but I couldn't tell you where DePaul's at.
Anyway, it's Oregon. Oregon started it, with that, and then you had Boise State come out with the blue field, and all it is recruiting things.
I can tell you, I was a kid baseball player. That wasn't really. I was pretty good when I was real young.
Yeah.
But we had a team. We were the police department. We had
what?
They had
hold on, run,
we
Chang. Hold on, Pat, run.
We had.
What are you talking about? You was the police department.
We had uniforms that were the fluffy kind of pants that passed down from year to year. You had to figure out. But when we played a team, I believe it was Wilmot, man, they had the coolest uniforms. And get this, their colors were orange and black, like Baltimore. And when they took infield, they used orange balls, man. Oh, it was too much for us. I mean, they intimidated us from the beginning. They were good, man. I mean, they beat us.
Yeah, they were
They
good.
were one of the best teams. An orange balls to the infield.
See pops, look good, play good. Pops set, brother. Talk to me, Pat. What you got?
That's a picture.
Look good, play good.
Hold on, real quick. Time out. I'm on board with the look good, play good. Pat, talk to me.
Yeah,
Patty Mac.
I was just going to
Now
say.
it's your turn, Patty.
I think we've long since established this point.
Ooh, Patty, where are you?
See what I have to put up with. Anyway,
Patty, our Vietnamese boy, Patty, Viet Irish boy.
so what do you
He's
guys?
quiet. He's awfully quiet.
What do you guys think about
Mr. Lie?
You said the Cubs. You said the Cubs.
No, I said, what do you think about Southern Miss?
Mr. Lie?
Paul, can I speak? Thank you, brother. What do you think about Southern Miss trying to utilize some of these gifts for recruiting purposes?
You're talking about like us starting to wear like the Oregon type stuff with black and gold just for recruiting purposes?
Well, I mean, one thing leads to another. We incorporate, these gimmicks, right?
Yeah, but that
recruits Southern Miss.
I can hardly
hear. And I agree. Like Southern Miss isn't a school like we try as hard as we can to keep it traditional, to keep the same jerseys. We really do try. But y'all know they don't listen. Y'all know that every 5 years we get a new set of uniforms. Like, they haven't kept it traditional. They really haven't. So you know what, Patty Mac, I agree with you on this, man. And since, look, I wish we could. I wish it was traditional. I wish we were the Alabama, Penn State, Ohio State, and Texas that never change at Michigan, that never changes their uniforms. That's awesome. But we're not, and I don't know why we're not. I don't know why Southern Miss does this crap. But since we're not, why not? I mean, why not be the Oregon of the South, Pop? Come on.
It costs money. Changing new helmets and jerseys and pants and everything. That costs a lot of money, man. You talk about a lot of money.
Well, it's not the same thing. These teams you're talking about are teams that have been around since the turn of the century, 1900. Notre Dame, Penn State, Alabama, they're old teams. Southern ain't even been D1 since,
63.
Was it 6? They turned D1 in 60.
63. We won 2 Division II national championships in 58 and 62, and then elevated the Division I next year. 63.
D1?
D1.
Was that when Underwood took over?
Pi Van was still over.
Pi Van.
Hey, real quick, guys, since we're on it, I just want to go around the room real quick. Go around the room real quick just to prove on the show once again. We're deep into it. Prove once again we are a nationwide show. Check me out. Watch where I'm going with this. Right now, I'm in Madisonville, Louisiana. Hey, Eminem, where you at?
Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Patty Mac, where you at?
Houston, Texas.
Hey, Irish old Chang, my friend, where you at?
Houston, Texas.
And Pops, where you at, brother?
I'm in El Paso.
I mean, if that don't tell you, we get after it. Southern Miss is well represented. I just want to bring that up. I love every time we get a chance to do that, which is rare. We don't remember that. We talk so much like we're hanging out in the same room because it feels like it. But when you really break it down, we're all over the country right now talking about one common goal, and that's Southern Miss.
Sydney, where are you?
I love that, man.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in the bayou down here, baby, down there with Coach Orgeron, man. You know what? I want Chang to do Senator Kennedy's impression, baby. Hey, Shane, I still got you on the show.
I think he's getting out of the car.
Oh, I might have lost him.
He's on mute. He's muted now. Yeah, he does a great John Neely Kennedy, Paul does.
Anyways, I love when he does the Kennedy impression.
Yeah.
But
I was going to mention one thing quickly about Cowboy Bob Kelly. If I
hey,
may.
by the way, Pat, your connection has gotten 100% better. I don't know what you did.
Yeah, I think it's because I was charging my phone, so I had the cable plugged into the outlet.
Man, it's doing. You're perfect now.
Awesome. I was going to say something about Cowboy Bob Kelly. He was kind of like the Mississippi Gulf Coast equivalent to what Jerry Lawler was to Memphis or Ric Flair was to the Carolina.
Oh wow!
Back when the territorial system was still in place. I think wrestling. And I
So what was Cowboy Bob Kelly and Bob Orton? What were they called?
I didn't know they were a tag team. I thought Bob Orton came along as a generation.
Oh, they weren't a tag. They weren't.
I mean, I could be mistaken, but I don't think that. What Mr. Punk
Did so Cowboy Bob Kelly would have never went against the Texas Boys Von Erich ever, right?
I don't think paths ever crossed. No. I don't think he
Because
ever.
I know the Freebirds. You know my favorite old school wrestler is Terry Gordy, brother. Bam Bam. I love Terry Gordy. I don't know. He was 14 wrestling professionally. Like this dude, and he looked like he was 40. I love Terry Bam Bam Gordy. He's my favorite Freebird, man.
What do you think I'm gonna run into?
Freebird Road. Oh, I love you now.
What do you think I'm gonna?
P.S. Hayes, man, he wrote a song about Terry Gordy, by the way.
What
If you haven't heard Freebird Road, you ain't lived. Go
All
ahead.
right.
what do you think I'm gonna run into Saturday at 6:00 at West Jones when old school Steve Starr takes to the ring, 61 years old.
61 years old.
My friend I played baseball with, there's a guy on the radio. We got Rock 104 here. Flying Brian Hicks he is a DJ, but from what I hear, he's going to get in the ring, and he's been affiliated with some wrestlers. He talks about it on his radio show. So we're looking for Steve Starr. He got on his Facebook page. He wants to have a wrestling match. He does not want to have a brawl. So what do you think I'm in for on Saturday night? They're probably going to have 2 hours of wrestling. So what do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Steve Starr comes back. We already know he had his retirement match. The mailman Steve Starr, superstar. He's coming back. I've seen him wrestle multiple times. It's been over 10, 15 years ago, man. I'm not lying. It's been a long time since I've seen him wrestle. But I've seen him commentate countless times. Recently.
Hey, you comment, dude.
What's that?
You check your comment out. I know y'all. I hate to break in that. Guy says,
yeah, but real quick, if you ain't doing nothing Saturday, man, you got to go check out 61-year-old Mr. Steve Starr getting back into the ring, buddy.
Back
up
in
there
the
in
ring.
Mississippi. I can't wait to see what comes out of that.
West Jones.
But Jesus Christ is King of Kings, number 7 here. Love it. Looked like you know what? I'm gonna guess that he's a Brian Kelly fan. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna guess that he's a West Virginia fan, Pop. He's a West Virginia fan. I'm gonna guess that with the hat he's got on. He said, "Would Southern Miss Nation be open to hiring Brian Kelly?" Oh, go Tigers! Okay, he's an LSU fan.
I think so. Well, it couldn't hurt.
We got Blake Anderson.
We wouldn't have enough to pay.
Yeah, wouldn't have enough money to get him first, but yeah, if you could get him, I think it'd be a good hire. I mean, he'd bring some kind of player to him.
He's Irish, so that'd be just a little bit.
He's okay. Hey, real quick, he says this is Kaz down there. I mean, up there in North Dakota. He says, is The Rock getting a makeover or cool additions? Matt, I don't think they're getting anything, are they? It's just naming right.
No, I haven't heard about any kind of makeover. Now, they did a lot of work on it last year, and I heard a lot of talk on a Facebook entry. A lot of people don't understand that The Rock is a nickname. It's still going to be The Rock, even no matter what they call it this year, next year, 10 years from now. It's not going to change being The Rock. It just happens to be, resonant or Renaissance stadium. It's still going to be called The Rock. And I think all that money's going to the athletic department to do whatever they're going to do.
And Mr. Matt, the field is still Carlisle Faulkner.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I don't see why you would do much to the stadium. You got to get some people to sit in it first. Yeah, that's just the way I look at it. I hate to put it that way, but yeah.
What do you think the crowd's going to look like this year?
Well, I think you got to get some. Well, like last year, y'all was 7-1, and you hardly didn't have anybody there. I think what it is you're going to have to get some. You're going to have to be chasing right now. Don't set your expectations, over the rainbow right now. Stay on the start of the yellow brick road right now. Just a step at a time. Try to get to that 500 season. Just get to where you get into a bowl. If you can get some consistency back, going to a bowl.
So what you're saying? It's going to take a couple of years.
Yeah, it's going to take that patience from the true fans. Not the van riders, and it's going to take consistency with the coach. This every 3 or 4 years with coaches.
You think even if they're 4-4 and the 9th game, you still think it's going to be like 10,000, 15,000 because it ain't really had enough time to catch on. But if you don't win 4 years, for 4 years, straight years, then you hadn't really. It's kind of like if you open a business. You ever heard this? Like you start a business, you're supposed to lose money in the first year. You are. You better have some money. It's kind of like we're starting all over again. It don't matter if you win. We saw that last year.
This that come in right here, I think speaks for every one of us.
Oh yeah.
Jeremiah Cole said, "I just want 6 wins."
Yeah.
Me too. Vegas had us at 4.5. I know Pop's one of the funniest comments on the whole show since we've been back was, "How the hell do you win 4.5 games?" That was one of the funniest things Pop said on this show since we came back. Well, I don't know how you win 4.5 games.
If you can start, like say in 4 years, just take 4 years. If you can go bowling 3 out of 4 years, winning 6-7 games a year, go bowling. I think you see that attendance start to go up.
Stability.
Right. That's what's missing, Pops. Is what you just said, Eminem, was that stability.
Well, that's
what we want to see.
Stability. When you say stability and consistency, would this include like Bauer toward the end, right, of his tenure, 7-6, 7-6, 7-6? Would it take something a little more significant than that? 9 wins here, 10 wins, or do you think just a 7-6, 3 7-6 seasons out of 4 years would be sufficient? Just as a hypothetical.
Better. Of course, I think it would be better, but of course, if you just start going in and winning all these games, yeah, there'd be some bandwagon jumpers. But at least if you could win 6 and 6 and 6, but I'm telling you. We all witnessed it. I know, Patrick, I saw you there and I saw Sippy there. That 1-win Will Hall season, it's going to take a while to get over that. There was no spark on the fire. It was like, I would bring people to the game and they'd stay on their phone and they talk about, it's
I mean,
we're starting
Well, I
from
think
the beginning up in here.
I would argue, Matt, that we haven't recovered since the Ellis Johnson disaster
Oh, that's true.
15 years ago. It's never been the same or hasn't been the same. Now, could it be what it once was? The landscape of college football has changed significantly. So I don't know if that's possible, but we could be a more upper echelon major program once again.
well, I think the university needs to really sit down and go through some lessons learned, about the coaching thing. If you think back, everybody was it came up, and I was like, it's so foolish, but yeah, Bauer was going through some, 6-6, 7-6 seasons, but and people were like, oh, and he was going to the New Orleans Bowl, or whatever, and it became the USM Bowl,
That's
and
right.
and people started moaning and griping and all this stuff, but look how many people was in the stands. And look at the program. People had, season ticket sales and everything. And I go back, and y'all know it. I go back to the Bauer days a lot, but I don't think it's recovered since Jeff Bowers left. Yeah, you had a few Fedora and all this stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
Did you expect Coach Bauer to ever coach again?
no, I didn't.
17 years, and I kind of thought he might go somewhere, but he never coached again.
I thought maybe a program like Tulane. I'm not sure if Tulane ever reached out to him because the coast. He was living in Long Beach, right, or Bay St. Louis at the time on the coast. So I thought kind of a regional program like a Tulane might, and Tulane might have reached out to Bauer after 2007. I don't know. But the thing about Bauer compared to someone like Fedora was that he wasn't going to leave Southern Miss.
That's
and
right.
He had opportunities to leave, to defect, to go, to jump ship, and he never did.
That's
We
right.
all knew that Fedora.
Well, Patrick, I want to ask you, and this is for everybody. There was a time, and maybe y'all were already talking about. I'm sorry, I'm cooking my burgers, my chicken burgers. But there was a time he had an offer somewhere. I remember specifically, and he didn't take it.
Multiple
Wyoming.
offers. I think Baylor offered.
I thought it was Wyoming.
Wyoming, okay.
I thought the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I remember he had a nice little offer somewhere, and he refused to stay where he was. I think his daughter was a cheerleader before she passed. There was a lot going on there. But anyways, Jesus Christ is King. I love saying this every time I'm going to say your name, brother. Thanks for having that name. I think that's cool. Jesus Christ is King of Kings, number 7. I asked my buddy on the team if they knew Sippy, and a lot sure did.
Uh-oh.
What's that? What does that mean? A lot sure did.
Know you.
They're watching, man.
They're watching us, man.
Oh, some of the youngins?
Yeah.
The young men, I mean, not the youngins. They ain't youngins, brother. They're young men.
You gon' I'm just saying, you gonna hit on Tulane?
We getting there, brother. We in the comment section right now. Hold on. My man said, I love y'all. Good night. See y'all in baseball season. All right.
Wait, there's a game in
LSU
October.
fan. He's an LSU fan. That's right.
Tell him, ask him if he's going in October. They're going to play Mississippi State at on the coast in Biloxi in October. Baseball.
I hear you. Well, listen to me. What you got? I got it right now on the screen, brother. The Tulane roster. We talk about almost every school's getting a fully transferred team, fully transferred guys. Tulane's not really a transferred team. They're returning a lot of guys, and Will Hall is a football coach.
Well, he's supposed to have some talent, but he is a first-year coach, and he did not do well at USM. Can he really maintain discipline and control of a D1 football team? That's the question for me. That's he's never has. I don't know. Does anybody have any opinion on that?
Well, I don't know who's his offensive coordinators. I mean, a defensive coordinator. I mean,
Yeah.
his staff is going to. I mean, Will Hall can't do it by himself. I mean, but he does set the. It is his. It is his locker room, so to speak. Is he going to be able to? Is the people he's brought to come in and help him? Are they going to be able to help him?
The last crew he had all got fired in the middle of the year, didn't they? I mean, that's what I just can't get past the fact of what we experienced, and then can he really run? That is a high level. They went to the playoff last year, and they handed this program to a man he didn't even finish that year. So yeah, he's a genius. I'm sure he knows X's and O's, but he never really succeeded as a head coach on the D1 level.
Mr. I think you're getting on to something important. I don't think he's cut out to be at D1 level. I think he's a very good, if not maybe arguably great in some cases, offensive coordinator. He's got a great offensive mind in a coordinator position, right? But in terms of leading or directing a Division I football program as a head coach, there's obviously the evidence is not there.
I'll say this. The man was a very nice, godly man.
No question.
But I saw a total, just complete crumbling of any type of team. Instead of building and getting better every year, there was a erosion of. There was no success, no improvement. It was, in other words, the guy's a great guy. I mean, I don't have nothing against him, but we all saw a gradual decline to the bottom of 3 years, and I know he's got more money and all that at Tulane. So he does have a lot. I mean, I'm looking at the book here, and he does have a lot of returning players. Yeah. So he may be able to go on autopilot on what he's got left and just roll and probably go and get 6 or 7 wins. And they're going to be favored over Southern by what? 17? You think? I mean,
what? I would. You talking about Tulane?
Yeah.
I would go ahead and say that. Yeah, I think Tulane, anything under 20. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a 21-point favorite. Maybe they will be.
Tulane plays at Duke, then they got to play South Alabama, and then they play at Kansas State, and then Southern goes in on the 4th game. So that's Kansas State is big. They're a big team. Duke won the ACC. I don't know what's left over there. I don't know. According to this, the quarterback he's a transfer, right? Is that right? I can't read that up there.
What's up?
Gramillion. Ain't he the quarterback?
No, he's a transfer that's coming, but they're giving it to the Simonza.
Oh, okay. They're giving it to what's his name?
Caden Simonza.
Simonza. That's the quarterback. Huh?
Yeah, that's who they're giving the start to. We all were thinking it was going to be Gramillion, but it's not. They're actually going to start the other guy.
I wonder, is this announced or is this something they just came up with? Our lads.
Our lads? Well, yeah, a lot of people don't listen to them.
I mean, I wonder if this is something Coach Hall has put out or anyway, you're looking at a team that went to the playoff last season. They got beat pretty bad, but they had a lot of success. And was this quarterback there? Was he there at the time of last year? I don't remember the guy's name. Says he's a senior, but that was Gramillion. And then Simonza is a junior. So is Vermillion hurt? So it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall who Tulane's quarterback was last year. For a long time, it was Michael Pratt, of course. You know,
I remember that name.
Yeah, Michael Pratt, who was a really good player.
Was that?
Who was Tulane's starting quarterback
Last year?
Last year, yeah.
Rensloff, the Jew.
Oh,
the Nola
Red
Jew.
That's right.
The Nola Jew.
I remember.
Rensloff.
Did he go pro? Did he go pro?
Bro.
I mean, he attempted.
Oh. I knew he was good though. But that Will Hall was over the offense last year, so he does have a hand in it. So, yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, you hear us?
Yeah. See me?
Why
Hold
you
up.
laughing
Someone.
at me, Cos? Cos over there making fun of my chicken burgers, brother. I've been doing my chicken burger. You're lucky I ain't making my turkey burgers, brother. You're lucky. Make my chicken burgers.
Mr. Matt, what though? Yeah, Will Hall, maybe, right? I mean, that wouldn't be necessarily unsurprising, but long term, I just don't see it.
Well,
I think he's.
Well, Pat, here's what I go back on. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't know. I think back, you know, how, you know, oh my God.
What team?
Anyway, how the coaches there at processes or, you know, different coaches we had at Miami, you know, and
Berger, Jimmy John, Dennis Harrison.
Do what?
Yeah, you from Schnellenberger to
Yeah, you go to Schnellenberger, to Johnson, to who's it, Erickson. Then Butch Davis, and then, you know, everybody thought Coker. You know, people didn't see Coker, but Coker won a national championship and went back for a second one. But all of those players were players that were recruited in there by Butch Davis. And if you look if you really go back and look at the whole program from the standards that had been set, it was Coker where everything fell apart and started to go downhill. He was not a good head coach as far as running the program, running the whole, you know, the expectations and everything. If you remember, that's when cell phones first started coming out and all that. If you remember that, they would show guys on the sidelines with cell phones and all that mess, and it was just started downhill and it just crashed, man. And it's been,
Pops,
yeah, go ahead.
Who recruited Frank Gore Jr.?
Jay Hobson.
Well, see, how in the world you're talking about this day and time? Why didn't he portal? Was there the portal not going on? Or was it?
You talking about the guy, the Frank Gore Jr. at USM?
Yeah, he's the only. He was.
The portal was going on, but he was just loyal to USM. And now here's what
that's something that he kept him.
Saying he would at USM. I think he was getting close to $1 million when you add everything up where he was getting. And
now, Gore was making.
I heard 300.
A lot of money, guys.
He was getting money. I heard this several different ways that he was getting, you know, upwards of $700,000 in different ways. And if he had a transferred, he would not have came close to getting that kind of money. So he was better off sitting where he was.
That's an interesting thing. So you mean the potential to make $700,000 a year is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi?
Well, for him,
that's a lot of dough.
If your name's Frank Gore.
For him, it was. I mean,
he really did. He made a lot of money.
There was no GMAC bowl getting there. Not even taking into the fact that they won it.
I watched him.
There was Frank Gore got USM there. You know, it was the super back or whatever it was. But
I watched Frank Gore play enough to know that he was head and shoulders above most every of the other players on the team. Because I mean, it was simple things like if it was 3rd and 6, he knew where the stick was. He would get there. If I watched a quarterback, I don't know who it was, drop the ball on the ground, Frank Gore ran back there, got it, and threw it for a touchdown. And it was a broken play, like we planned it the whole time. And he had a little bit more on the ball than just about, than every single player on the team. He had a natural ability, and
but you plug him in. Let's just take this, Matt. Would he have translated into playing at you know, Tulane, Arkansas? You know, could he have plugged in playing at Texas Tech or
look
you know,
at? I mean, I'm jumping around on you, but look at Braylon Braxton. All right,
Yeah.
he played pretty good in Hattiesburg, but he's not even playing ball. He did not make it on the next level. He was a great quarterback. I mean, but that running stuff, we all knew. You run in college, you know, about 7 games, you're going to go out with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, he at USM or in the Sun Belt, a player that would be average, you know, could really tear it up in the Sun Belt. If you played in the SEC, you would maybe turn a few heads, but there'd be 17, 18 of them, 19 of them just like you. You know, it's a whole. So he got big money in Hattiesburg. He was a big fish in a small pond.
That's the most. That's probably the most we've. I mean, I know it is to this day the most we've ever paid a player.
yeah.
But it's probably the most we'll ever pay a player, Pop.
I don't know about that. I'm just saying.
Oh man, that was Frank Gore Jr. That name. He wasn't Frank Gore's son.
Let
He
me
was
ask
Frank Gore Jr. Does that make sense?
Mm,
Like that name sold tickets. Y'all can't say it didn't.
let me
man.
ask you about this. Was there any
I mean, I'll be real, Patrick. I wanted to go watch Frank Gore Jr. because of who he was, because of that name. Look, the possibility, and it wasn't just a possibility. Every single game, I got to see Frank Gore Sr. Every single game. It wasn't just, maybe I'll get to see his daddy and get an autograph.
But
I saw him every time. Go ahead, Pop.
no, it's Patrick.
well, I was just going to ask a question. Did Southern Miss ever make a serious attempt in recruiting Patrick Surtain Jr. out of high school, considering his father's? No, we've never.
According to everything online,
Know that here's the thing with him. I think at his talent level, you know, his dad. You got here again. We got to go back again. I don't think his dad was. I think he was one of those fines, like USM used to find.
yeah,
Man,
You know,
he-
I agree.
And, well, you know, when Surtain Jr. came along, you know, we had a time with internet where people getting more film, or, you know, there's more, you know, people, you know, or exposure's better. And hey, Alabama, come on, play at Alabama, play at USM, you know. So I hate to put it that way.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense considering the fact that his father was who he was. Obviously,
You know, I mean, let's be honest. His dad could have played at Alabama.
absolutely, he was that talented. I mean, look at the career he had pros for the Dolphins and Sippy's Kansas City Chiefs later on.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl player.
Well,
Yeah.
is it pretty much agreed upon that the American athletic, where Tulane is a step above the Sun Belt?
Yes.
I've already said it. Yeah,
We could establish that.
yeah.
So what I guess we're seeing is some players are a great fit for a Sun Belt team, where other players, their career would be better suited to find somebody, play for Texas or Miami or,
Yeah.
It's just a different. It all has to do with your fit, and then of course how much they
Matt,
go
Matt,
give
I
you.
don't know if you answered the question. Do you think we'll find another DeAndre Brown, or something like that? What do you
Well,
think?
the first thing comes to mind when DeAndre Brown is mentioned is he didn't play but about a year, did he?
That's right.
He broke his leg like something crazy, boy,
2000
and
Or his second year, right? He broke his leg.
something like that. It was it was bad, but
Here's my response to it. I think, yes. The problem is, because there's so many players, guys. You got to think about how many high school players there are.
well,
You got, just take Florida, Texas, and California, those 3 states, and how many top players. And you only have a certain amount of rosters.
if they pass that law where you don't get but one transfer a career and you got 5 for 5, he might end
I
up
don't know
staying
nothing
here for
about
a
that
while.
now. Hold on. What are you talking
That's-
about?
The thing that
they
the Senate adjourned. The Senate adjourned before they voted on it. When they come back in September, it's in there somewhere that you get one transfer for your 5 years.
that doesn't
And if
cost
you-
you eligibility.
eligibility.
After that, if you were to transfer again, it will cost you
sit
your
out.
eligibility. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to sit out a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you used to. So
Yeah.
you're going to cut down. I feel like they'll pass that thing to slow everything down. So if you sign a guy that's unknown, you got to think you're seeing all these failures in the portal. Like, oh yeah, I did good. I had great stats. I'm going to put myself in the portal, and then you go nowhere. You're in the void. So and you only get one anyway. I wonder if that means you can declare once, or you probably have to transfer.
I know you lying. Real quick, I am going to cut you off. Do y'all see this comment that just came through?
Who is Jalen?
South Alabama, Jalen Tolbert. Does that ring a bell? He was at South Alabama when they put it on our tail.
You're a kid.
I did not know that he had transferred to Alcorn State.
I hadn't seen the roster though.
That's another thing, though, Pops. We ain't seen nothing. We haven't seen a depth chart or nothing. Jalen Tolbert, holy cow, is Alcorn State's quarterback this year. Come on now. He's already beaten Southern Miss before, Patrick. Someone said we might get cooked by Alcorn. Man, I did not know Tolbert was over there at Alcorn. Did not know that. Patrick,
Guys,
what you thinking of?
well, I was thinking in terms of the question about DeAndre Brown, like recruiting.
Talk to me.
Yeah, the question about DeAndre Brown and recruiting a player of that caliber, right? Remember the name Anthony?
Wasn't he a 5-star?
He was 4 or 5 is my recollection. Remember Anthony Alford, the quarterback?
Oh, yeah.
He was
yeah.
highly recruited as well. I'm not sure. And look how that turned out.
He ended up in baseball, right?
Yeah, it didn't turn out very well for us. He was an absolute flop. Of course, that was during the Ellis Johnson disaster. So that goes without saying. But I mean, in terms, I think eventually, I mean, especially if we can generate more revenue through these sponsorships, right? I mean, that might entice some of the players to look at Southern Miss as an option.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll face value. Patrick, do we ever get another DeAndre Brown at any position? A guy like that, a legit. You get this one person, and he's giving you that means more wins on your team. Do we get another 5-star recruit or something like that?
Yes, I do. I don't know what the timetable will be. I don't know if it'll be 5 years. Fine, we'll be able to recruit a player.
I just love that not only Pops, not only you, not only Don, not only Matt, everyone's on board with this about one day we're going to get another dog. I think that's so cool. I mean, I'm the only one that hadn't spoke on it. Go ahead, Matt.
It says on the Alcorn, it says Jalen Tolbert, quarterback, 6'2", 175, senior, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Chaminade High School, Howard. So he must have transferred to Howard and then transferred to Alcorn. So it doesn't
Now,
have
hold
anything
on. He started at South.
What happened?
I don't
Might
know.
have got in trouble. I don't know.
No, they had oh my God, what's his name? He's got a cool name. Goose. They got Goose at South Alabama. His name's Goose, remember? They got Goose.
It says Tolbert's passed for 2,128 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, an efficiency rating of 129.6.
Is this another Jalen Tolbert?
I don't know.
So he transferred to Howard University in D.C.?
I'm trying to pull it up. It won't come up.
Howard is a HBCU, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an HBCU.
They got basketball, Pop?
Yep.
They any good?
Whoa. I didn't
Well,
think
I
so.
ain't never heard of them, so how about that? Hey.
I didn't think they were that good. We played them right before Christmas break. I think my sophomore year. For some reason, we ended up playing them in Jackson. The only time we ever played Jackson State. And
Hey, Pops, is that the game you got dunked on by a guy that was 5'2"?
what? I've never gotten dunked on by anybody.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you.
Actually, the only time I ever actually got dunked on was a guy from North Texas State. And I had blocked his shot in the same kind of way a couple of times earlier. And I guess he just says, "All right, big boy, I'm finna show you something." And I went up to block his shot same way, and he just poured the goal down on me. You know, that's the truth. You know.
Oh, I was just joking. Dang, he put it on, Pops.
Yeah, he did.
It doesn't have. That's a different guy. I don't think there's nothing.
Oh, you're
listed.
saying that's a different Jalen?
It's listed as one. He's only been playing one. Started 1 year, so it doesn't list anything but Howard University. So it may be another guy, a different Jalen.
Okay. Hey, and that's
But he
fine
tore it
because
up.
right now, you know who the running back is at Oklahoma?
No,
Bo Jackson.
that ain't the same.
Hey, no, I'm sorry. He's at Ohio State right now. The running back is true. He was a freshman last year, Bo Jackson, if y'all remember. He was a true freshman, and he's going to start this year at Ohio State as a true sophomore. I think saying that stuff's important nowadays, like a true senior. You know, like. Because these guys really stayed through it, you know. They're not a transfer or, you know.
Well, they're doing away with that.
What you mean?
You're going to get 5. It don't matter. I mean, you can play 5, or if you get hurt, you're going to get 5. Ain't no medical. If you get hurt for 2 years,
well,
you get 3.
All right. Every one of us has a senior.
It's not play 5. You get 5 years of what you call eligibility. Like if you're in the middle of the season, get hurt, you won't lose that year. You still have 4. But if you redshirt,
ain't no red shirt. I heard that. Ain't no red shirt.
Well, I understood it that if you did redshirt,
They don't do that.
Redshirt's not eligibility anyway.
They don't do red shirt anymore. If they pass this law, you get 5 years. You pay your 5th year senior. You go on. That's what I read. It's strange. I may be wrong, but it's 5 years. When you graduate, the day you graduate high school,
but
or the day
understanding, Matt,
your
is
clock starts.
here.
If you skip 3 years, You shot. You only get 2.
Yeah, but the 5 year, you don't get 5 years to play. You get 4
think you
years to
do.
play. 1 year can be a redshirt year. That's the 5.
There's no red shirt.
Okay,
I
well,
think I'm right.
I don't think you get to play 5 years though.
I
That's
think
if
you
the
do.
new law passes.
Yeah, I was
I
about
think
to say an arrangement, or is that pending the passing of the
That's
Like-
pending.
and yeah.
they have to pass it.
Yeah, it's not passed yet.
Okay.
But goodness, let's play the game. I wanted to play a game. Let's play a game. I like doing these things and going around tables and doing this stuff. So we all have a senior in high school. Every one of us, we're daddy. All right, we're daddy. Every one of us, we're daddy. We got a senior in high school. He's a 2-star prospect. All right, he's only getting recruited by Southeastern, William Carey, Southeast Baptist College of Laurel, all these different smaller end schools. I don't know the name of the school, Dad. You know, what's the name in Laurel? A little Southwest Baptist.
They don't even have a badminton team.
I just know there's a Baptist college in Laurel. Okay, so you get your 2-star prospect son is getting recruited by teams like that. Okay, we all know already set in stone. This is already a thing that kids can go to junior college, and it doesn't count to eligibility when they go to the NCAA. Correct? Do you tell your son to go
I
to
don't
East
think that
Mississippi? Hold on, I ain't done, doggone it. Do you tell your son, listen, you don't want to go to Laurel Baptist University of the South?
Did they?
It don't work that way.
What do you mean?
I'm reading it off this thing right here. The NCAA Division I age-based eligibility model finalized June 24, 2026 gives Division I student athletes up to 5 years of competition and replaces the previous 4 seasons with 5 years. It's if you're 19 or when you at first enroll full-time in college, your clock starts. College. It don't say junior college. It don't say community college.
Matt.
And then it says, this model eliminates red shirts, season of competition limits, sport-specific eligibility rules, and eligibility extension waivers. It's already in. That's why they did the lawsuit.
I agree.
They left the 22 graduates out. They only gave them 4
Yeah.
years. So these guys want 5. And now in about 3 weeks, they might jerk all these eligibility for Maui and
Now the main
they might all
one-
go home.
The
Yeah,
main one I'll have to throw up. Hold on, Pop. The main one I got to throw to all y'all is the UNLV linebacker that's on his 7th, 8th year.
Oh, yeah.
What about the Ole Miss
that's what I'm talking
quarterback?
about.
The Ole Miss quarterback could be yanked too.
Trinidad.
He
Chandler.
got, I think his is separate. I think he got his separate. It was before
But
the
see,
thing
that's
came
what I'm
in.
saying. It's case by case, man. They're
Well,
not doing this.
after it,
No,
he
no,
got
no.
in before they came up. I think he
If
got
they
grandfathered in. It's the biggest mess.
If they pass this, it's actually going to go back to kind of like it was when I played. Back when I was playing, if you went to junior college 2 years, well, that was 2 years of your eligibility gone, period. You know, you only had 2 years at a D1, D2 school above that, or your time was over.
Hey,
You know,
guys, Mr. Matt rocking the Iowa Hawkeyes lid. See, that's what I'm saying. If you ain't a true, you don't know, man. You don't know. Real
That was
quick, we talk about Goose over at South Alabama. He said the goose is loose, brother. He knows. That quarterback, they call him Goose. Well, that's his last name. That's some gun. He get after. Meridian School for the Blind has NIL pool now. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. But
anyway,
we all got a kid. Patrick, I want your opinion on this. The junior college, as of now, it doesn't count. So your
think it does.
2-star high school quarter, whatever. What do you tell him? Do you
can't
tell him to go to JUCO for a year, or do you tell him to sign with?
Well, I've got to get going after this, gentlemen. Always a pleasure to work tomorrow morning. I think if you're talking about a 2-star who maybe would like to develop his skills, I think maybe the junior college option might be the best. And then after 2 years, transfer to a 4-year school, 4-year institution, finish his career, their career there. I think that might be the best approach. But, I hate to bring up the name Jackie Sherrill, but to his credit, the success he had at Mississippi State, especially early on, a lot of that was due to the rich junior and community college system that the state of Mississippi has had for decades. Right. He was really able to take advantage of that. I'm sure some other, Division I Mississippi head coaches did as well. Bauer, I'm sure, did. Some of the Ole Miss coaches back in the day too. So, Mississippi was really in front of a lot of other states when it came to community and junior college system, especially for
you.
Okay. Can I answer that question before?
All right, Patty Mac, I'll holler at you though, brother.
To watch, listen to Pop's.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so let's say I'll take you. Okay, you'll say coming out of high school, you was a 2-star. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here with Southeastern, Division II, 4-year school, or you got East Mississippi, which does play for a national championship at junior college level. And here's what I'm going to tell my son. I'm going to tell my son to go and take the Southeast Louisiana, because that's a 4-year university. That's a 4-year scholarship. That's a 4-year paid for education. Whereby if he was to take the 2-year deal and go to say East Mississippi, and for some reason a school didn't pick him up after that, then for him to finish his college, he's got to pay for it himself some kind of way.
And I'll piggyback off of that.
I'm looking, if I'm a good parent, all right, I'm not looking out for this, we're going to play the great football player, whatever. If I'm a good parent and I'm wanting what's best for my kid, the reality of life, the football, just like the basketball, going to go flat one day.
Yeah.
But life is going to continue. So I'm telling my child to go where he can get his football or his education paid for at the most. That's my answer on the thing.
So I've been waiting, Pops. I'm gonna piggyback off of yours, but mine's a different reason. All right, I waited to go last. I love that everybody had a different perspective on this. This was pretty cool. So my perspective is, Pops, I ended up going to junior college. I loved East Mississippi, loved it to death, had a great time. But here's the deal. Times are different, Pops. I'm telling my kid to go to Southeastern or Baptist of Laurel, Southwest, whatever, Baptist University, Myrick University, College, Academy. Anyways, I'm telling my kid to do that. Why? They're 4-year schools. Yes, Pop. Yes, you're still on board with me. They're 4-year schools if something doesn't work out, right? But the new world says they can transfer without nothing.
No.
So hold on. The way it will, all right, before that article came out, the world tells them they can transfer regardless. So what's it hurt to go to Southeastern for a year or two?
This is already a law. NCAA
that about the
Division I age-based model immediately following your 19th birthday or the moment you enroll full-time at any college, including a junior college, whichever happens first. This means you cannot spend 3 or 4 years playing at a JUCO and expect to still have full 4 years of eligibility. It ain't like that no more. You get 5.
Here's about the world, Mr. Man, and this is we come up with all this transfer.
It's not right.
These guys are going to get out of college or university, and they're not going to have they're not going to have a career. They're not going to be graduates. And I'm going to tell you something about the world. You keep saying the world. Let me tell you about the world. what the Bible said, what does it profit man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul?
I think he
So
thinks
that-
he's off. I
Oh, my
think
bad.
Patty
Let
Mac
me-
thinks he
I
turned
got
that
it.
thing. Oh,
I
there
got
you go.
I got him.
But
Sorry.
but that's what I got to say about it. I mean, you can't. You
so
gonna
I totally agree.
tell Matthew? You gonna tell Matthew or Elliot or Parker? You gonna tell one of them to
Yeah.
do what all these other kids are doing in the world, or you gonna give them the right kind of advice of a father? Say, listen, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be great for all this football and everything. Football. Listen to me, guys. If you hear me anywhere, I know we ain't a nationwide. Everybody we ain't got 50,000 people listening.
Right.
But if y'all are listening, listen to this. Football is free education. Don't cost you your child. Now, if he gets or she gets a scholarship, it don't come out of your pocket, mom or dad. Okay? They get in the play. It ain't about them getting paid. This thing has got out of hand, and they're going to so many kids. It's
But
going to be
Pops, it has. It has been about getting paid.
Pops.
You know it has. We can sit here and say it ain't, but it has been.
Wait a minute. You telling me that's what you going to give the advice to my grandchildren?
No, I ain't saying that.
Pops.
What I'm saying in general, it's been about that. You know,
You asked the question if I had a kid. And my answer is if I'm being a good parent, let's be real. I mean, get you a career, get you an education. The football, I mean, Ray, I mean, what's his name? What's the quarterback name there at Kansas City? What's Kansas City's quarterback name?
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Guess what's gonna happen? He gonna retire. Yeah, he gonna have millions of dollars. But what if something happened? What if the dollar crashed? What if his investments, for some reason, went to nothing?
What?
What's he gonna fall back on?
Oh, he got Monday already.
You there?
What's he gonna fall back on?
I got called on this on a previous show. There are people on Southern's team right now who chose not to transfer. There's Davis Dawkins, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
Did not
Davis
transfer.
Dalton, Landry Liddy, John
There's
White.
several of them. All right. If it's, it don't matter where, even if you transfer every year, it's your character. You're gonna have to relearn everything every year. It's your choice. Your character is going to be tested no matter what. And you might be able to stand up. You might make a great contact at your fifth school and end up finding a job. God knows what could happen. But I'm not saying you're going to, but it's your character. Whether or not you believe it or not, every day your character is on the line, whether or not you're out here cutting grass or whether or not you're down here, cleaning buildings or whatever you're doing, playing football. You can transfer you're going to learn a lesson in life, whether you want to or not. You might not, you might end up in the void out there and ain't going to school at all, man. I sure do wish I would have stayed with Toledo. But it's still going to be a learning process, whether you transfer or not. I mean, but you better off it. I know for a fact, if you transfer from one school to the other, all them credits, a lot of them ain't going to even go over into nothing.
Yeah, and that's right. Most schools won't give you a degree unless you've been at that school and taken so many credits at that university.
They won't award you. I mean, some of them won't. I mean, but they. What's that say? Can Braylon Braxton come back? No, I don't think Pavia can come back.
They're talking about that new rule to where these guys from preseason NFL games already are getting cut, and they put in the sanction. The LSU player, Poydras, you know what I'm talking about?
They ain't letting them.
He's coming back to NCAA, and they're granting him to come back. And he just made $105,000 in one preseason game just now, and he got cut, and he's able to come back to LSU or transfer. You know how Lewis and all them just came back and they said they couldn't transfer?
Well,
they're saying this kid can transfer.
That school where he's accepted.
He just played in an preseason game.
He can do whatever he wants, but the school that he gets accepted to can be subject to penalty if they break any of the rules. They can do whatever they want.
And Mark made the joke. Mark made the joke. Blake Anderson, go get him. You know, Mark trying to get. Hey, he wants the best for the Golden Eagles.
But that thing Saturday is going to be good. We're going out there, and then we're going to the wrestling match.
It looks like I might be able to make the scrimmage. So initially, my mom was needing me to drop her off in the city at 10 a.m. Now she's going to be watching my brother's youngin while he goes on the boat. So I think I got to drop him off at 4. So,
well, they're saying they might determine who's going to be the offensive line by what happens Saturday, because everybody's talking about there's like they ain't even no 5. They're substituting in all these offensive linemen, but they're thinking about they're going to finally settle on kind of what happens Saturday, because they said they got some bang up receivers now, and they're a little worried about the defensive backs, but they're having to play. They keep saying Southern's got some really good receivers, and the running back.
Last year was the year of drops, man. We had a lot of drops last year. Like after Braylon went down, like Landry Liddy, I thought did a good job, but everybody was dropping his passes.
Yeah.
But guys, let's get off here. Let's cut it a little short tonight. I don't even know how long we've been on.
Next week.
2 hours and 16 minutes.
There you go. That's a short show for us. But let's do it, bro. Let's get off of here, guys.
Yeah.
And listen, we barely got through the non-conference other side of the ball. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to get to the conference schedule too. But we didn't even get to – we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
2 more shows for
Talk to me, Pop.
2 more shows before this thing kicks off, and man, it's here. It's time to get it on, folks. It's time to get it on. Man, I'm so excited, and there's a lot of things, a lot of new teams to D1, a lot of new conference lining up. We got a lot of new rosters. Everybody turn over, and it's gonna be interesting.
Well, Pops, my thing with this weekend right now is there's a lot of high school football games going on right now, people. There's a lot of high school football going on. Just so y'all know, preseason, NFL, obviously. If I'm going to tell anyone what to do right now, it's to go buy some meat and practice grilling. I know it sounds funny. No, I'm being real, guys. As men, we need to hear this. I'm being honest. It is funny. It is funny. But I'm talking to myself. If nobody else, I'm talking to myself. Go get some meat this weekend. Throw it on the charcoal grill. You heard me. On the charcoal grill, because that's most likely what you're going to have at the game on the tailgate, and practice grilling. You don't want to be the guy at the tailgate overcooking meat. You don't want to be the guy at the tailgate, screwing up.
Here's what I say.
What'd you say, Buck? Give us some tailgate and cooking tips real quick.
Here's where it goes. Most people don't get to tailgate, so you're going to get to watch. You're going to be coming from home. So here's how it works. If you don't have a coffee pot with a timer, go buy you one at Dollar General or wherever they sell the coffee timers, and set it for 6 o'clock in the morning. And you want to get you some community coffee.
Pops loves that community, boy.
All right, so get you some community coffee going, and so when you get out of bed and get you everything, I don't. And people get say, "Boy, that's nasty," but I just can't brush my teeth till after I've done drank my first cup of coffee. I don't know why, but toothpaste messed my coffee experience up.
Oh,
But anyway, you start this thing off while the coffee's making. You start them grits to boiling, and get them grits done, and get you some bacon. Put your bacon on a sheet in the oven. It gets a lot more crispier in there, and you don't burn it. And
Breakfast.
get you some fried runny eggs. They got to be runny, so they mix in them grits real good. And then you start watching when as soon as it comes on, you ready to watch game day.
you sound like Jerry Clower telling me what I need to do.
Pops, is it gonna ever cool off?
It will.
Is it gonna be hot on September 5th? We're gonna start. It's gonna be 100 freaking degrees. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. I'm predicting here because we already get that little coolish air in the morning. So
Not here.
I don't know what it's going to do there, but I'm thinking we're going to have an early fall and a long winter.
There it is. Oh, Jeremiah.
Well, hey,
Jeremiah Cole said he needs to practice grilling for the chicken burgers. Y'all leave me alone. I enjoy my turkey, chicken, gator, and fish, okay? I don't eat a lot of red meat if I'm at the house, but if we go out to eat, we eat nothing but red meat, all right? That's how that works. But at home, brother, I eat chicken, turkey, and fish, brother, and alligator. That's my favorite.
Make sure you get your grilling done before game day comes on, and I'll tell you why. Because once it comes on, if you watching that and trying to grill, you'll burn your meat.
Well, hey, ain't nothing like Saturday during football season with all the games on. And there's a home game in Hattiesburg, and there's going to be a lot of good times. College football is one of the better things.
It means something down here.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know
the South,
what it is, man. It just means something.
It's just
and that feeling's never went away, Matt. I don't know what it is.
It's going to be nice. We got 6 games. I got my basketball tickets. We're going to be right around.
And see, me too. Everyone says don't talk about basketball. Don't talk. I'm excited I love college basketball around the country. Everyone knows I love the Butler Bulldogs. I still like my Butler Bulldogs.
Yep.
But of course, it's easier for me to go watch Hattiesburg than it is Indianapolis, Indiana. You know. And
you're talking about high school. High school, some good. There's some good games.
Yeah.
And I got to throw this in before I leave. I'm telling you, whoever has never been to Talladega, October 25th, the day after the Louisiana game, get you a ticket. Go down there. You'd be surprised how interesting. Them 500 horsepower,
anyway.
200 miles an hour. I'm talking about it's.
I ain't never went to no NASCAR, but I know Cheehaw's right down the road from there.
Here's the thing: you go camp at Cheehaw that weekend, and then go to Talladega. You're only an hour away from Talladega.
Pops, I can't tell you how many times I feel like we was up at Cheehaw and everybody. Oh, we're here to go visit Talladega, and they'd go down there and ride in them sports cars. You can go to Talladega any time of the year, and they'll put you in a car and ride you around the track, or you get to drive it or something.
They'll let you drive.
I don't know what it is, but I know I ain't doing it. I ain't got the doggone cojones to do all that mess, bro. Hey, I love my youngins, brother. I ain't getting behind the wheel of that.
Bald Rock on Cheehaw Mountain. When you're on Bald Rock at Cheehaw Mountain, you can see
how far is that from the track?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tell you this: so many people I remember growing up as a kid, just talking to people. So many people were staying there to go visit that racetrack, because that's the Talladega National Forest. That's
Yeah.
a national
Okay.
forest that's
What is
called
that?
Talladega.
Is that an Indian name or something?
Yeah.
Indian?
Pops could tell you all that.
That's,
Cheehaw, apparently Cheehaw was an Indian tribe. Talladega was an Indian tribe. What's it, Tuskegee up there?
Well,
All that crap.
A lot of that.
no,
A lot of that tribe.
if y'all gonna end it up, I really appreciate the show. It was a good time. I do believe everything's gonna be all right in Hattiesburg, and I'm just wondering. I got one question for you, Sippy.
Talk to me.
How are they gonna complete the new stadium by September 5th if they're gonna tear it all down and rebuild it and make another one? I'm confused.
Hey, they're gonna
on how
use.
they
They're gonna
better
use.
get on 24/7.
Matt,
like
you
move
know I
that
gotta.
bus.
You know I
they got
gotta.
to get busy.
I got an answer for everything. Have you learned that? You know what my answer is to your question?
What?
They're gonna use AI.
They're bringing them in. Hey, the robots are gonna
Hey,
do
you
it.
know that's a
Robots.
good one, though, bro. That's a
We're
good
gonna
one.
bring the robots in to finish it.
Hey, I got one question for you before you go.
Uh-oh.
I got an answer
Dude,
to
I've always complimented your hats, man. How many different Southern Miss hats do you own? I
got
think
3.
that I want to know because you have every color. You've had a white, a yellow, a black one. How many do you have?
I think I got 3, maybe 4. I think there's one in the closet.
That's
You
so
know,
cool.
I
It seemed
put
like you had
everything
a
up.
lot of them.
But I put everything up neatly. But see, my wife comes along and moves my stuff.
I know how that is.
But
I
don't
know
where
how
it
that is. Woo, boy.
Hey,
Now, what you got for him, Pops? Pops
Yeah,
got one for him.
I'll tell you about that on that rebuilding the stadium. Everybody thinks Brett Favre was like Jesus Christ of football.
He is. If you're in
Mississippi.
Hattiesburg.
So Jesus said, "If you tear down the temple, I'll rebuild it in 3 days." So I think
Come on now.
you're over there. And he can build it back in 3 days.
I
well,
love that, Pops.
Well.
I really do. I didn't even think about that. That's good.
hey, maybe that'll translate into some home victories. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
get a
let
little
me
of that
tell y'all something.
divine presence. up in here.
We really didn't get even through the Tulane's defense and all that, but nevertheless, we got through the non-conference, and we'll get after it come next show. Look for me at least on Facebook. I'll do a little in-between show here and there. Just talking about whatever I'm dealing with that day. But y'all, thank you for joining. What'd you think about the new intro song, guys?
I like it.
I like it.
Y'all all right with that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We're
sir.
going to work around with it, We're
All
going
right.
to tweak it a little bit. Y'all have a good one, brother. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Southern Miss for the dog gone top, baby. Let's get after it, brother. Y'all have a good night. I love you, Jesus. Love you more.
Yeah. We're taking it down south. From the magnolia trees to the stadium lights. Let's get it. We're gonna put a show, Sippy Sports Show. Back and go pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we're ready for the play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day. Sippy Sports Show. Sippy Sports Show. Yeah, I'm talking Hattiesburg grit with a hick fly high. Underneath that big, wide Mississippi sky. Got the truck bed down, tailgating on the lawn. We've been talking stats and scores since the crack of dawn. From the coast to the delta, the passion is deep. We got promises, the winning trophies to keep. Keeping it clean, keeping the culture alive. This that MS energy helping us thrive. Welcome to the show, Sippy Sports Show. Black and gold pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we're ready for the play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day. Sippy Sports Show. Mississippi Sports Show. Yeah. Lock in, sit back, let the highlights roll. We get the Southern hospitality, heart and soul. Talking touchdowns, hoops in the diamond dirt. Representing the state, yeah, we putting in work. If you love the hospitality in the what we play, you're in the right spot. Don't you look away, sipping on the mic, giving you the best view. From the 601, this is all for you. Welcome to the show, Mississippi Sports Show. Black and gold pride, let the whole world know. Southern Miss spirit, yeah, we ready for play. Mississippi lifestyle every single day.